Welcome back to Caring for Your Senses, a workshop on Ayurveda and essential oils. If you have not subscribed and you enjoy these videos, please subscribe so that you're notified when new installments are ready to view. So far, we've covered the first three senses: sight, smell, and taste. And today we'll conclude with sound and touch. If you are taking notes, you might take some time to assess the impressions you're habitually taking in through each sense as we go through, and think about one or two shifts that you can make or practices you can add to your life, just as opposed to feeling like you need to take on everything I talk about today. So let's dive in, sharing my screen with you. We're going to start with hearing, our ears. So sound. Sound is a powerful tool for healing, since sounds and vibration underlie all physical reality. All matter is vibration. Nourishing sounds have the ability to trigger the release of healing chemicals throughout the body and send signals of harmony and coherence to the deepest levels of our mind and body. Notice if you're someone who needs to have background noise going all the time, and challenge yourself to notice why. What emotion comes up without that noise? And think about something else that could ground you instead. So that's a practice. That is a whole exploration in itself. But being discerning about what you're taking in through your hearing. What music are you listening to habitually? Like I said, pleasure-producing chemicals are released when you're listening to pleasurable, soothing music, as opposed to jarring music. Are you ever just in silence? Right? Noise pollution is more likely to cause stress and a low immune system. Are you ever in nature, just listening to birds, listening to water, to a waterfall, to the river, to the rain? What kinds of conversations are you engaging in? Are they fear-based? Are they uplifting? Are they expansive? If you are experiencing anxiety, if you know what vata energy, vata dosha, covering your ears can help to calm that, especially in cold weather or when it's windy or just feeling ungrounded. When you're traveling, it's really great to cover up your ears because traveling can really stir up that energy of ungroundedness. Daily practices for the ears. Daily oil massage in the ears. It lubricates the wax so that it doesn't affect your hearing. And it can help with stiff neck, with jaw, and also massaging your ears, just all the parts of your ears. Your ears, just like your feet or your hands, are a microcosm of your body. So stimulating all those parts of your ears affects your whole body. For occasional practices, things like sound baths, drums, tuning forks, singing bowls, chanting and mantra, engaging in either just listening to that or yourself, creating that vibration within yourself. For essential oils, oregano oil with a little olive oil on a cotton ball or on a warm compress for earache. So you're not placing the oil all the way in your ear, which is not safe, but putting it kind of as a compress over the ears or behind the ears can soothe an earache. Lavender oil massage behind the ears can also help that as well. Okay, so we're going to move on to skin, our last of our five senses, our sense of touch. Touch, as we know, is fundamental to our health and well-being. It can enhance our immunity, improve our circulation, and calm our mind. So right now, notice how your clothes feel on your skin and the surface that you're sitting on. Just pause to notice what you're feeling right now that's touching you. The skin contains chemicals that, when stimulated through touch, promotes a healing effect on your physiology. So in addition, healing touch helps to stimulate circulation, enhances immune function, flushes out waste byproducts, and calms your mind, as I already mentioned. So again, in being discerning about what you allow onto your skin, onto your wonderful feeling skin, as I said, fabrics. How do your clothes feel on your body? What kinds of fabrics do you put on yourself? What fabrics are in your bed? Putting lovely soft fabrics in your home. What substances are you putting on your body? What you put on your skin goes into your bloodstream really quickly. So don't put anything on your skin, they say, that you wouldn't put in your mouth. So think about that. What are you putting on your skin that you might not want to put in your mouth? Of course, hugs, physical touch, plants, tree bark, touching the texture of tree bark. When's the last time you just touched a tree? Notice its texture. Notice the texture of things. When you touch people and objects, do it with care. Even the act of closing a car door gently can cultivate sattva with your senses. Um, so think about rajas, tamas, and sattva here. I have a few, but I left this blank so that you could start to think about these yourself. So rajas, the couple that I came up with were dry brushing, which is a wonderful practice, but it's definitely a stimulating thing on the skin. An irritating fabric could have a rajasic quality. Tamas, give you a second to think about what could be tamasic on the skin. The ones that I thought of were things like sweaty clothes, unlaundered clothes, things that are dirty. And then finally, sattva, of course, almost all other touch. Light massage, warm water, hot springs is my favorite. And then for daily practices, one of the most beautiful Ayurvedic practices is Abhyanga, which is self-oil massage. Abhyanga is self-love. It's great for those with any anxiety or depression. You can do it for your children. You can get into your scalp, of course, your ears, your whole body. You can place essential oils in a carrier oil, like a coconut oil or sesame oil. Lavender and rose oil are wonderful to put in your carrier oil, especially if it's a coconut oil for Abhyanga. And we'll get into different ways to self-massage for different parts of you in our class on anxiety and sleep. But so occasional practices, I mentioned dry brushing already. Dry brushing is really wonderful if you are experiencing any kind of lethargy, if you have some allergies, for that kind of buildup. Otherwise, if you're already kind of a energetic person or you experience any kind of anxiety, dry brushing might not be for you. Skin treatments like that soothe the skin, like tea tree oil for acne, rashes, or bug bites. Marma therapy, which is a form of sort of massage and energy therapy in Ayurveda, Thai massage, really any kind of massage therapy. So remember Pratyahara 2, that as we're assessing, to make sure that we're building in time with no scent, with no visual, with no sound. And in fact, just one sense at a time is smart. So no music while you're eating. And I like to think about the fact that if you're just using one sense at a time, rather than thinking of that as some sort of austerity, that it's an indulgence, that it's a chance to get to really indulge in one sense. And that in itself is pratyahara. So we're going to recap our practices. I'll go back to sharing my screen here. And I don't know what just happened there. Okay, so sense care dinacharya. So I just kind of laid out some of the basic practices from each of the senses, so that if you did want to have just one practice for each sense that you could add to your day, and that's my dog, upon waking, clean your tongue and brush your teeth to take care of the mouth and the taste. Spray rose water in your eyes or rinse them with cold water for your eyes and sight. Administer nasi oil to the inside of your nose, obviously for your nose and smell. 5 minutes of samavriti breath, which is one-to-one breathing, breathing in and breathing out at the same rate. Also for your nose and smell. It's a wonderful practice, calms the mind, gets you ready for your day. And then finally, a full body abhyanga or oil massage, including your ears before showering, which would take care of the skin and the ears. Okay, so we're going to go through and just recap each of the oils in this workshop. So most can be found in the Healthy Start doTERRA kit. As I said, any brand of these oils is fine. But what I love about doTERRA is obviously this kit includes all of these oils. It's really, really high quality, and I really like their practices, their sourcing practices. So I will link this description in the caption of this video. I think that if you're going to use essential oils, this is a great place to start. It addresses most issues. You do get a great discount on the kit and enrolls you as a wholesale customer, obligates you to nothing. Just any oils you buy after that are at wholesale, which is about 25% off. And it comes with a diffuser too, if you don't have one. So there will be a link, as I said. And again, any brand of oils is fine. These are just the ones I like the best. I'm going to recap too some things that you might want to have for your dinacharya, such as nasya oil, a tongue cleaner, daily swish, or just some kind of oil to swish with, a daily massage oil. I love the rose hydrosol spray for my eyes. You might want a dry brush or a neti pot for rinsing the nose. So those are some tools that you might wish to check out if you don't already have. And what's next? So of course, please subscribe if you haven't, and you'll be notified when the next series on Ayurveda and essential oils will drop, and we'll be talking about caring for your digestion and your weight. So we'll explore how what you eat may be less important than how you eat. We'll learn about Ayurveda's 6 tastes more in depth and food combinations that can affect your digestion and metabolism. We'll begin to, I didn't get too much into dosha this time or constitution, but we'll start to talk about that and what is natural and healthy for you specifically. You'll uncover some limiting beliefs about your body in order to begin to work with it as your friend and your partner, which is the whole point of this series. We'll create a plan of healthy habits to support your goals, and of course, gather food and essential oil recipes to support your digestion and nourishment. With this information, that you might also feel ready for a one-on-one session with me to talk about your personal daily practices and how to adapt what you're learning into a sustainable routine that is best for you. So if you're interested in that, visit my website to sign up for a session, or just simply subscribe to my mailing list if you want to continue to learn more before you decide. Thank you for joining me for this workshop. I hope it's been nourishing for you and that you've come away with a few practices and actionable practices that are practical that you can add to your daily life. See you next time.